Ass
This
bitch.
nigga, I'm this nigga, bro.
I didn't dish you in the public, bitch. Faggot ass nigga.
Arjun, are you in it?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to be in it?
I'll just mute myself and listen.
No, bro.
Yeah, nigga, you mute yourself too. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Dude, no, I want to be in it.
All right,
No,
so
bitch. You
due to
already did your
popular
thing.
demand, Bradley would not want to. He does not want to make his opinion. He does not want to do an opinion on niggas that are what, like top 20s or above.
Yeah, I wanna do I would be wrong to give an opinion on people that I have not seen play. I think most of the lists outside of like the top 25 or top 30, I would say don't 3v3 or 4v4, and that's mostly what I like partake in.
I'm gonna just start off with like a couple niggas that were like super underrated, cause Act is at 31, and that is he should at least be somewhere in the team somewhere. And then it was Act, and then it was Recon. Where's Recon?
Recon was like 30, 31.
Yeah, like Recon being here is crazy work. He's at least like top 11.
Play the video a little bit more.
I muted the sound because
Yeah, yeah.
niggas was using BR music.
Both those niggas are better than Invasive, by the way.
Okay, so we're gonna go to. Is this 20?
To be honest,
Yeah.
now that I'm looking at the people who behind, we could probably just go from there. It wouldn't be too bad.
You think here?
Yeah, I'm actually familiar with a lot of those people.
All right, 29 is Evasive.
I don't know. I have not seen a basic PvP not one time.
I think
I
this
could be
is
wrong,
fine.
though.
He doesn't play that much. 28. Naga.
Not
feel like
decent.
I low-key feel like he's underrated, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would say underrated. Rex. Okay, I
Rex.
don't know this person.
I think Rex is fine. 26. Tom. Do you know this guy, Bradley?
Somewhat.
I think he's.
I
I
I
think
would
he's
think like
getting. I think he's getting there.
okay.
Jihadi, same with
I
him.
think Jihadi is getting there too. Yeah.
24. HT.
Yeah, I think
People are
HT
gonna
is.
say he's overrated, but
I think he's improving though, but I can't say he's underrated or overrated.
Red Snake
I
I'm
think
kind
Red
of
Snake.
disappointed in because he played for so long, so he shouldn't even be this high up right now. But I guess I don't know. Guess he's reached the ceiling. The nigga's ass. 22. Disparity.
I think Asperity is good. I don't know, like, okay. So this is my thing is like this is gonna be like a controversial take, or maybe not even controversial. I think it's truthful. I feel like the problem is with a lot of EU players, they solely rely on playing on EU. Like I think Asperity performs like a top 10 player on EU, but then a top 50s PvP on NA.
He
And I
said
feel like
top
if you
50s.
not, I mean, I'm exaggerating, of course, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like if you want, I feel like if you're going to be like a top player, like the whole EU excuse, or I only can, I'm lagging on NA or whatever. I feel like you should be able to play on both and perform, if not the same, at least close to. I feel like that's a big thing.
That
So
is
like,
true because the thing is with us, like we could play in EU and kind of perform the same or
yeah,
like
perform the same, exactly how we won the 3v3 on EU with no problem because it was literally exactly the same. I don't feel much of a difference, but I guess that goes into internet being better in the US. I'm not saying that like it's being funny, but I mean that's what most EU players tell me. I don't know how America's top 20.
Mace.
I
Well,
say that
I
because
think he
I
got
don't.
listed in front of Asperity because he beat him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he beat him in the tournament.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if Merrick PvPs seriously or is it just like a meme still. Like I don't know. But to see
Bro,
Look at
Merrick,
his set,
like
bro.
to see Merrick and like who Merrick is, and to see him top 20 on the list, just it's like I'm gonna say crazy because I've always seen Merrick as like a meme player. I don't know if like this is like a serious thing or I don't know, but
Maybe
to
just
put him
if
in
he
front
does
of
like
people
more
that
team play.
actually 3v3 and 4v4 in team play versus Merrick who only strictly zones, and I don't think the zoning is that impressive to say he's like top 20 because of it. But I mean, I guess he's on the come up.
Yes. Number 20 is Empen. Empen is nice. He's nice in EU. I haven't seen him play in any that much.
Yeah, I was about to say this goes into one of those things where I feel like I'm good on NA. I mean, I'm good on EU, but I'm like not good on NA. So like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like to be a good player, you have to be able to play on both. So I can't say.
Well, there's
Like I
more
don't know.
things that factor in it than just playing on
Yeah,
both.
just that. Yeah, I mean, just that. But I mean, I don't know. I can't say.
Got a nice healer. Oh, and I'm going back for hold on. And we do got to remind this guy
But
that
like, wait, but a thing is too, if like Impan is here, I think someone like Jahadi would be here because Jahadi can play on NAU and on EU and be decent, even though his class pool is not that huge. I think. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think he will be
if we're
considered.
being realistic, Empen is better than Jihadi though.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, see, I
Yeah,
don't know then.
yeah.
But like I said, I think it's. I don't know. I don't know.
19. It's just you see Jihadi more. But Shadow King,
He's really good.
he's really good, but I just don't think he plays enough classes.
Yeah, true.
18. Chris.
Chris is good. I don't know how good. Well, I mean, like he was good back in the day. I
Well,
don't.
can you
I did
compare him to
play.
somebody?
I did see him play Bard today, and it was good. It's not as like what do you call it? I don't feel like he needs to learn the game. Like I feel like there's players now who are playing, who played back then are coming back now and are literally learning the game. Like you have to tell them do this, do that. I think he's still like kind of transitioning to like this time period very well. He just doesn't play enough. But I feel like if he does, he would be in a much higher spot than he already is right now. But I feel like just off of like consistency, he's fine here.
He probably doesn't care that much enough either. So
Also, he doesn't care about the game. Yeah,
17. Logic.
logic. Logic is
Is
logic.
a double-edged sword, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Logic is just logic. He doesn't care about the game that much. Good mechanics, but he's gonna rush B3 and die and kill his whole team. So it's like, But he's good though. But I don't know if he cares much about the game
He's
too
just
to
chilling.
say.
Logic's just chilling when he plays. It's whatever. 16. Noid. Noid is solid actually, but I feel
I haven't seen him, but I haven't seen him much outside of EU. So I really can't say.
I gotta see who's in front of him because Noid might be. Oh, do I think Noid is better than Dane? No. I think this is. I think this might actually even be underrated. I don't know if you've seen this guy.
No, I have not outside of EU.
Animalistic, if you remember that name.
Okay, I do know who that is. Okay.
14. Ninjas. Ninjas
Um,
solid spot. He might be upset at that number though. And then we are into Bradley. So this is like a curse that you
Yeah, but this is the thing though. I cannot avoid this. And I say this specifically because the person who make lists are always anonymous. Are always anonymous. And even when it was anonymous, when it was Ryan, at some point in time I had some type of issue with the particular person. Like I've fucking gotten into it with like 95% of the community, at least at one point. Even if it's like nothing today, I feel like some people still hold on to that grudge. So I can never see myself actually getting a solid spot because that person that's making the list is always anonymous, and who's to say if it's someone who I got into it with or didn't get into it with. Not even Ryan. Like me and Ryan had beef. I don't know if he harbored the beef back when like he was making lists, but I can't say because I was really beefing with him and Amaya at the time. Like granted it's like a meme now and like I don't take it serious, neither does he, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like I just can't like shake it. Like it's always at one point in time I had an issue with the person making the list. So I can never see myself being in the spot that I deserve, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, it normally does happen where they just like, okay, let's just throw him under the bus.
Yeah, like let's just shit on Bradley. That's always the trend that goes on. So I can't shake it. I really can't. I mean, I share a screen, I play, I win games. We fucking breeze through the 3v3 tourney, and still at that point, no one even like I don't know. I just can't
So
even.
clearly, it's like underrated because when we look straight ahead, we got 12. we got Scar. So Scar is actually underrated too, but
Yeah, but Scars, I think Scar is underrated too, but I think Scar is good. But I don't know if I would say Scar is better than me, but I think Scar is good. Scar has probably the most consistent player in the community. Like Scar has been good for a long time. And that's another thing that I don't have is for a long time I was bad, but for a long time I have also been fucking good. So it's like, what the fuck?
Okay, so this is where it gets like kind of close.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Fez is like, I say he's on par with Scar, but I still think you take the edge over both him and Scar.
And that's the thing too about Fez that I don't know. Like, okay, I think Fez is good, but like most of the time I seen Fez play, it's so like he's joking. Like he's not, I've never seen Fez really like, play serious, in a
Because
sense.
it's meant to just have fun. Like,
Yeah, like it's like a meme. So I don't like, but I know Fez is good, but it's like, I don't know.
Arjun. So Arjun. So okay, here's one thing that's kind of annoying about the list is that apparently it was based off the tournament results, which is a no class. It's a no class tourney in a meta where all you have to do is just click buttons. Literally, that's all you have to do, and then that's how they base the rankings. So
And also, I feel like the no class was strictly like a meme tourney. It was not. I didn't think it was nothing to be taken serious. Like it was a no class 1v1 tourney. So like I don't know how that equated to skill.
it,
I don't that like especially in a meta where like
skill
it's no real room to outplay. Well, sure, like dude, but like in a 1v1, like I don't know.
Just press the skill, pray for the best.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like in the no class mirror is mainly RNG, but I mean, I guess there's some more fundamentals to help you get the edge over the other person. But I don't feel like a no class 1v1 is a good testament in like holding people accountable for like their skills or saying this guy goes here because of this and that, like and then to also give people who didn't join the tourney like a bad spot necessarily. I don't know. I feel that's weird.
Yeah, it's like it kind of pushed some people back, like Arjun for example. He got pushed back based off of that fact. But then also again, like there's some people ahead of him that I feel like he's better than. Now Zyku and Arjun,
Okay, this is my thing. I think Zekru is very underrated. I think Zekru is very underrated. Not in the sense where like, okay, Zekru. People have to understand. Zekru is a powerhouse, and Zekru will play with anybody. Zekru will play with two noobs against a stacked team and get a close score or win. So I think Zekru is really underrated in that point. Also, Zekru plays everything.
yeah, that is true.
Zekru plays everything and on a high level too. He might not play as often as most people on the list, but the skill is still there and always has been for a long ass time. Like I feel like people forget how does he go from being number one PvPer consistently to being number what was that 8 for no apparent reason when
that was 9.
9 for no apparent reason when nothing has really changed. It's actually gotten easier for him to win. You know what I'm saying? Like because now he doesn't need to. I don't know.
So
I just think.
shot to Chaffo, but this guy, he's pretty solid. But I don't think he's better than the. I don't. Do you think he's better than
Okay,
Scar?
this is my thing. To say okay, Chaffo. Okay, I respect Chaffo for like him like holding the EU on his back and stuff like that for a long time. But I felt like with okay, how can you say that Chaffo is better than Zekru? Zekru. How can you say that Chaffo is better than Argon? How can you say that Chaffo is better than me? How can you say that? Like Chaffo only plays one class, and he's dominant in his stance in EU. Like Chafo's good. I don't know. I just feel like haven't even seen Chaffo play anything outside of healer in a long ass time too. I don't even know if he's capable of doing so. There's other things that also would devalue Chaffo. I'd rather not bring up. Pretty controversial, but like,
Yeah, there's some
there's a lot more to be looked into to say that Chaffo is this good to where he's number. What was it, 8? I don't know. I think that's crazy.
I don't know because Zekru and Arjun, Scar, there's like names I could probably put ahead of this guy. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that guy, controversy on him. UIT, ooh. Then again, this is probably coming from the 1v1 tournament. Since I feel like this.
Yeah, it's probably coming from the 1v1 tournament. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you could be, what is this, number 7
Yeah.
and still be actively learning the game. I don't really understand that. But like I said, the thing I said with Chris, where Chris came back, and I feel like he's not like learning the game. Like I feel like he's using the same mechanic thing that he had before and just putting it into like, kind of now. Like UIT doesn't do that. I feel like everything that UIT is based off is so like outdated,
Wait,
and it holds no value here anymore.
I have a statement. So I remember back, when UIT first came back, which was what, 2 years ago, and it was the 3v3 tournament days. I don't know what was different from him back then that's changed now, but he still seems like the same player to me. And back then he was like not really a threat to me, to be honest. Like I would see him and it'd be like, okay, it's UIT. Let's take the dub, I guess.
Yeah, or like he's on Bard, he's not gonna hop, he's gonna miss the hill, kill him. Like it's things like that. I don't know. I don't know. Like UIT is good. Don't get me wrong, and used to be good, but I don't. I don't.
Six.
But then again, like I can't say. But to say that UIT is one spot behind Unstable seems crazy as shit to even say.
It's like this is where I would like. It's like this is where I would play around with, like people like Zekru, you, Arjun, Unstable. Like this is where we could start to talk about number 6 or 5. Well, actually, I think Unstable's in a good spot besides some other people being in the wrong spot. So that might push him either down or up. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To say that
Ryan.
UIT is one spot behind Unstable makes no sense.
See, here's the thing with Ryan Bradley that you don't understand. The nigga
No.
good.
No. The thing about Ryan is fucking. He plays a lot and he's very fucking consistent. So I can see why Ryan would be in a spot like this. And he's also very likable. Ryan has a good relationship with like most of the people in the community, So
Ryan
I
is
could
better
see
than,
why
Ryan's
Ryan.
better than you think.
Yeah, no, for sure. I can see why Ryan is in this spot for sure.
Now is he better than?
But is he better than Unstable?
I
I
don't
disagree.
know.
Disagree
I
with
don't
that.
think so. But
I can see why he would be so high on a list like this.
yeah,
I
five
definitely
is not a bad spot. That's why I was saying Unstable could either be like higher or lower, depending on if the top 10 was put correctly. Then this me. I don't really.
And then what is this,
care where
number
I get
4?
listed. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm on the same thing as you. Like, it's like not even a matter of like where I'm listed or where I'm gonna go, because it's like I'm gonna play the game and win or whatever. Like, like I don't know.
So this.
But to say that as Zinju is better than Unstable.
Okay, before we continue, this is like the Chaffo situation where it's like, okay, he's in a good spot, right? But there's some people that actually are better than him that are listed behind him, which is sad to say, but it's the truth. And that's where I was kind of getting like disappointed where they were like, when they got to Zenjo in the opinion video, it was like, okay.
Yeah, but that's my thing too. Another thing about Azenjo is Azenjo has also been like on a come up. He's been like very down. But I remember like last time I was playing, everyone was flaming Azenjo for being bad. You remember that? Was that like 3v3 days? Like
Don't.
Azenjo be like up and then he'd be like down. Like when he down, but when he up, he up. But like Azenjo's still a player that like I really respect and I think is really good. But like, can I say that some of the people behind him might be able to be in front of him? Yeah. Also, to say that Azenjo is number 3, it's like, I don't know. But he's a good player nonetheless. Like,
So yeah, just like the Chaffel situation, there's more than likely some players that are behind him that should be ahead of him. He's really good. I honestly don't think he's better than Ryan or Unstable. Number 2, we have Gun. Gun, the issue with Gun, and this has been a known issue with Gun, is he goes on these like spurts of spamming only Ninja and saying he's rusty, and I guess that's like his way of like getting back into like the game or some shit like that. But Gun is a character. He either like wants to prove that he's really good by like so he'll do some funny shit, like he would cheat, right? And then get all defensive about it when it's like clearly obvious. He makes it obvious. And then he would go on this streak where he's like, okay, now I gotta lay low and actually like start screen sharing and playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. And then that's where he like underperforms, and it kind of shows.
Yeah, a big thing with Gun, and specifically today, I feel like Gun, after being found out, he stopped using whatever it was he was using, and you could tell that he stopped using whatever it is he's using because the performance has been terrible. Specifically today, when he had to do something other than spam Ninja and abuse certain stuff, the gameplay was horrible, even down to the screen share. It was like 15 people in the call, and everyone was like, Gun, what the fuck are you doing? However, I did say, if Gun gets on Ninja, whether he's using, abusing, or doing what, his team will win. I think Gun has his strong point, which is damage. But I feel like to be like top 2 or top fucking 1 or top 3, I feel like you have to be able to do everything. But then again, in Gun state, I think he could play damage very well. So maybe it might say. But to say that Gun is better than, I don't think Gun's better than Pasto. I don't think Gun's better than Unstable. I don't think Gun's better than like a few people. But I get why he would be here straight off of the no class tournament or whatever, where him and Percy were in the finals. Like, it makes sense. But nonetheless, Gun is a good player, with or without using something. I just wish he would just specifically just like cold turkey, just not use anything and prove that he is good, because like I said, Gun has shaped this community in many ways at some point. So yeah.
We got one Percy. So Percy is pretty solid here.
Yeah, like I was saying, Percy straight off the 1v1 tourney, solid as fuck. To see Percy number 1 right here and then like say he don't deserve it is kind of crazy. Because like I can say maybe Pasto better than him, maybe Unstable better than him. I can maybe say even I'm better than him. But to see him here and off of he's been the most consistent lately. He's probably had the best win ratio lately. He's shown the most POVs lately. He's even won the 1v1. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has the accolades right now to say, okay, if you look around who's the top 1 people here, I can see Percy being here. That's not fucking a surprise at all. To say that Percy is number 1, like, definitely deserved, and I'm okay. That's probably one of the only spots on this list that I can say, oh yeah, he needs.
Being completely honest, I would
He's
say
okay
I'm
to be
about
there.
even with this guy. I know up for a fact I'm better than Azenjo and Gun. I would probably put Percy 1, and then I'll put myself 2. 3 could either dwindle between like either Unstable, Ryan, Bradley. Because Bradley is better than Chapo. I would put. See, the thing with Bradley, I put him in like the same tier as like fucking either like top 3 or. He's like up there with Arjun, because Arjun is up there as well. Arjun would be somewhere in the top 5 as well. So it's like you got to balance between 1 through 6.
That's what I'm saying. I think that if this list was accurate, like the 8 to 1 would be like so close to where only a spot would, you know what I'm saying? Like only a spot would come in between them. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best player in the fucking game. I'm not saying that by far. I'm not saying I'm number 1. But I think that right now, if this list was correct, the top 8 could be shuffled between 1 to 8 in any order, and it would not be inaccurate.
Yeah.
Like that's why I be feeling like this shit is fucked up.
Or it
And
should
to
have been like
say,
a tier list and not a number list because the tier
yeah,
list make
that's
a
true
lot more
too.
sense.
But I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I think tier lists make a lot more sense. But also tier lists in this sense would be a lot more shorter. Like if they made a tier list, this would be like a lot more shorter. But I think numbers bring a lot of controversy. Numbers make a lot more sense. But tier list, like I said, I would think that would also make sense too. So I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. I think if this list was done correctly, if it was like the 8 to 1 and you shuffled them any order, whether it be Ryan number 1, Osei number 2, Boss number 3, SM number 4, like that would be okay. But I feel like when you're throwing in other people who are not on par with those people into this thing and to say like, okay, they're on the same pedestal or they're in the same category as them or they're on the same fucking playing field as them, it's not true. It's not true. I think that if you were to put Percy on Ninja and then put Pasta on Ninja, they will perform the same. I can't say that if you put Percy on Ninja and Chaffa on Ninja, they will perform somewhat the same.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it because, like, not even just for Ninja, like for Healer, Bard.
Saying anything, yeah, like it would be. I wouldn't say it would become completely uneven, and that's the idea of like a top 10 player. Even in other games, like the number 1 could still compete with the top 10, or the number 2 could still compete with the number 7. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point in time, they're on the same wavelength in some shape or form. But the way this top 10 is set up, you can't say that UIT is on the same fucking playing field as fucking Percy. When Percy plays against UIT, what does he do? He shits on him. He 10-1s them. It's not a comparison. You can't say that they're both top 10 players. No. The skill gap between Percy and UIT is so fucking far. The
UIT at this point.
no, but I'm saying like fucking Chaffo, like I don't feel like they're on the same thing. Like I can't say. Like I said, I feel like in the sense where you were put fucking gun against I don't fucking know whoever like it just doesn't it's not what you call it. But yes, singling out UIT specifically because I think it does not make sense. Like I think people misconstrue the idea of like being toxic or being nice or being friendly and being an enemy with like skill. That does not transition over to skill. Just because this guy is friendly and cool and fun and bubbly doesn't make him a better PvP or top 10 that's not how that works. Putting yourself in the limelight does not make you better. Like, so I don't know. I think that's what's like the list and shit have become. But I think I'm probably just saying that too. It might be a little biased because I can say that I'm always the most hated.
But yeah, coming back to this spot, they got you at 13. When in reality, that's probably at least like 8, 9 spots overrated. I mean, underrated.
But that's the thing. No one's gonna agree. Like you would say that because you play with me. Like a lot of people, like I'm sure. I don't know. Like I can't
Or
say
like,
what other
okay,
people
we do like
opinions
stack
would be.
threes. And
Like I would think that maybe Percy and Gun, and like other people who are in high spots that play against me would say, but I can't say like I don't know what people's opinion are. But like I said, I do think that if the top 10 or top 8 whatever was set up in the way that it's supposed to be, it will be full of players that are on the same skill level where only a spot or 2 difference would be the difference. Like I said, I feel like you could put a Zinju and fucking who else? Unstable on Scar on the enemy teams of one another and give them the same class and they will perform the same or in like you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't make teams completely uneven or no shit like that. Like I don't know. That's
or
just
like
my take on it.
okay, so like I get what you're saying. It's like having one person on the team isn't like affecting the other team in a negative way.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's why we did those stack threes. Okay, so we're done with the list. Let's see what some silly niggas had to say. Is this Logic? Lordy? Good song selection. Okay. Vader. I don't see anybody saying. He said. Okay, Asperity said EU players are severely underrated.
Play on NA and say the same thing. Go from EU, go to NA and perform the same, and then we can say that. I feel like NA players are just fine with playing on EU. I feel like EU players are so scared of playing on NA.
That is true.
No shade to Gun, but his scapegoat is